Man, do we have something special for you guys today. And it's not just this lineup on a night where pitching is brutal. Welcome to the perfect lineup where Josh Engleman and myself, Dave Loughran, try and build the most beautiful lineup, take down a tournament, not just for us, but for you as well. We're going to take two pitchers. We're going to have a stack. We're going to let the single lineup sims do the rest of the work. And as always, if you want to get a free week of the sims yourself, just simply leave a comment down below. Let us know who your top stack is today. And if you happen to be right, you may have a free week of sims coming your way. But here's the thing. Hold on a second. Hold on. 4th of July is right around the corner. So if you use code USA for any weekly or monthly package, it is 50% off. We never run sales like this. We never discount max packages for weekly or for monthly. Now, anything you want, core, max, weekly, monthly, is 50% off right now. And it only lasts through tomorrow, July 4th. All you got to do, use the promo code USA when you click that link in the description, and any weekly or monthly DFS package, whatever you want, is 50% off. So from us to you, enjoy, join the Discord, and let's make some money tonight. Kicking it off with pitchers. Chris Bassitt. It's gross. By the way, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you appreciate this content. This is a heinous pitching slate from top to bottom. So we're simply going to have to make some uncomfortable decisions tonight. I'm just telling you that's the way it is. I don't think there's a single soul out there that's going to disagree with me on this. You may disagree with me on a lot, but not on this pitching slate. Here's the great thing. We all have, I've seen so many people like, I'm not playing this slate. It sucks. I'm not playing this, not this specific one, but in general, all the pitching stinks. We all have the same pitchers and the same stacks. We are all dealing with the exact same player pool with the same salaries. So why not use the sims to optimize our process and give ourselves the edge? Matter of fact, these are the best type of slates to play. I stand by that. That's why we crush these early slates as well. It's bad though, but here's the great thing. You make some uncomfortable decisions and Chris Bassitt ends up in your lineups against the Yankees. Now, the silver lining here is that Bassitt's been excellent at home, boasting a 26.5% K rate, pretty awesome, 6% walk rate, and a 2.82 FIP. That's great. He's also allowing 0.69 home runs per 9 at the Rogers Center. And it's not just this season. In all three, we'll say 2.5 seasons actually with Toronto, his K rate markedly higher at home than it is on the road. The Yankees also have the 6th highest K rate against righties. So it's an unenviable, easy for me to say that one, matchup. But the alternatives have a lot to be desired, and I'll talk to you about a couple of them. Our SP2, he's actually a couple hundred more expensive than Bassitt, but I'm telling you, nothing. We're not talking like 10K SP1s and 6K SP2s tonight. Dustin May at 7,800 just kind of feels like a necessity for tonight. Not that you have to play him. You have other options. You have Logan Evans, right? You have Seth Lugo at 8,300. You have Brandon Pfaadt against San Francisco, and even Bryce Elder, who's admittedly just been terrible. But none of them stand out. And Robbie Ray's 10K against the Diamondbacks team that doesn't strike out against lefties and has actually hit them well. May is at least facing a White Sox squad that has the second lowest implied total on the slate. The Dodgers are a massive minus 300 money line favorite at home. And listen, I'm not going to try and smear lipstick on a pig and convince you it's Sidney Sweeney, right? This is a bad pitching slate through and through. And May is an average pitcher at best. But he has a respectable 21% K rate. He's below 8K in a great matchup against a low-scoring, impotent offense. He's been significantly better at home than on the road this year, most notably in the strikeout department. So, again, pick your poison. And when I say pick your poison, I mean one of these guys is likely going to kill you. But May and Bassitt in a spot like this, paying around $15.5 for our two pitchers, seems worth it to me. Mix and match if you prefer. Use the single lineup sims. You've got 50% off any package with code USA. Just use that link down there and see what you come up with. But I'm going May and I'm going Bassitt.
Before I dive into today's stack, I wanted to talk a little bit about yesterday's stack. We had 75 comments on yesterday's video. No one took the Toronto Blue Jays, who ended up being the highest scoring stack on the slate. We wanted to give out a week, we just couldn't do it. So I hope that Not only me, because I didn't get the stack right, I hope myself and the rest of y'all can get it right today. And today's stack is going to be the San Francisco Giants taking on Arizona in Arizona. Brandon Pfaadt on the hill. Let's start with the Giants side. They're tied for 6th in top stack. They're 3rd in top value, 5th in stack score, tied for 4th in ownership. There's a bunch of teams in this mid 7.5% ownership range. The key here is taking on Brandon Pfaadt because he has been awful this year. 262x ISO against lefties and a 418x WOBA. I don't even know how you get to keep starting with those kinds of numbers. Oh, by the way, worse X ISO against righties, 266, 387x WOBA. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's a lefty, a righty, a fastball, a curveball. This guy is giving it up every single time he approaches the plate. 17% home run per fly ball rate so far this season. I mean, everything is bad, clear across the board. Now, from a power perspective, you're usually looking for the righties in this park. Righty power plays up way more in Arizona than lefty power does. 123 park factor this year for righty power, 117 for just scoring in general, way less on the lefty side. But there are 2 lefty bats that I certainly want to target. Someone like Yaz, someone like Rafael Devers, who park factor be damned. That dude has the power to hit it out of any ballpark. But if we just book those 2 lefties, that leaves us a couple really good righties, whether that's a $3,700 Willy Adames. You can get Ramos for $4,500. That only checks off one other outfield spot. And I know this isn't like the most exciting play in the world, but if you're going to have 4 Giants already, I think Fitzgerald makes a lot of sense. You lock in a second base spot, and I think that's going to give us a ton of flexibility to fill out the rest of our lineup. So now we take it to the single lineup simulator at Stokastic.com. This is what you want if you're signing up with the promo code USA, the one that Laffy gave you earlier in this video. This is the tool you're going to want to use. I put in Chris Bassitt, I put in Dustin May. I went Fitzgerald, Devers, Adames, Ramos, and Yaz. That fills us out and leaves us 4,900 per position at catcher, first, and outfield. That should be some crazy power, and we're going to find out who fills out this lineup in the most optimal way possible by clicking complete this lineup. And they gave us an absolute monster. 2-man Dodger stack, which pairs really nicely with Dustin May. You get Will Smith in at catcher, you get Ohtani in at first, and then we get a one-off Lane Thomas finishing off our outfield spot. We still have $400 left over. We can move stuff around if we need to, but I want to see how this lineup grades out, and we figure that out by clicking Run Lineup Simulation. And we're in the green. 33% sim ROI, the 0.1% chance for the win, 1.9% top 10 odds, and a 34% cash rate. But we have money to move around. We could certainly drop down or go up at pitcher if we really needed to. We can mix and match those final 3 guys in the lineup, and you can do all of that in the single lineup simulator so that you could help build yourself a perfect lineup.